don't really know how to start a video like this. But basically, right now I'm experiencing, I think, what's called disassociation. And I've been experiencing that for the last couple of weeks. But basically what it is it's more complex than this, but I feel like in my life I'm just going through the motions. I'm just like an empty shell, you know. I look like I'm doing normal things and like I feel how you should feel going to work and chatting with friends and stuff, but inside I just feel kind of numb. And as far as coping mechanisms go, there are lots and lots of different coping mechanisms. I've had a few over the years, but the worst one, the hardest one for me to not do is avoiding, which sounds really weird. You think avoiding might be a good coping mechanism, but when I do it, I'm pretty much just, it's like a form of self-punishment in a way. I go through the motions during the day, and then during my off time when nobody's around, it's not enough time for me to recover mentally and emotionally and everything. I'm definitely an introvert, and so I recover through spending time by myself, downtime, alone, but I know there's a problem that I need to look into myself about when, even when I'm alone, I am still feeling so overwhelmed by whatever's going on that I avoid everything. And so I usually just end up, surfing the internet or watching TV, which everybody does, but I only do that. I don't cook dinner. I do the bare minimum chores for the animals in my house. I don't do anything else. No laundry, no cleaning. In fact, when my brain says, when it's fighting against itself and it says, hey, get up and do this, or at least get a glass of water, I'm like, no, you have to sit there, you have to watch TV, you have to search the internet. I don't know why. I have no idea why. And it's been something I've been working on, but it hasn't really been a big deal the last couple of years. So it's tough to go back to, I feel myself falling back into these bad behaviors. And it's getting really frustrating. So, what's behind, God, I've already got self-doubt in my head. Like, I may never post this video because I'm too chicken or whatever. But I'm trying to look into myself and see what's really affecting me. Like, why am I coping this way? And I really think it has to do with me wanting to do things that are interesting and new, but being kind of scared of them. And then because I'm scared of them, I beat myself up about that because everybody's scared to do new things. And I also think I'm fucking 31. Like, I shouldn't be scared to do things anymore, or it's too late for me to try to do new things, like make YouTube videos or try new sports or anything like that. I just feel like I just sit there and start telling myself these bad things, like you're too old, or it's too late for you, or I don't know, just lots of negative thoughts. So instead of maybe facing my fears head on and telling my brain to stuff it when it's giving me bad feedback, I just tend to avoid everything altogether. I just do what's working and do nothing else, literally nothing else. But I'm starting to feel the buildup of the avoidance as punishment. So I'm getting really anxious, and I think it's my brain trying to fight back, my heart trying to fight back, saying like, don't waste your time on this, don't waste your time doing nothing. Like, I don't know. Like, fight through this bad coping mechanism. But it's just really hard. It's like an internal battle, and I don't know. Does anybody else have the bad coping behavior as avoidance? I guess I'd feel less alone that way, but I don't know. Okay. And maybe any solutions you guys have, or like, what do you do to change your behavior, your emotions? Like, how do you get yourself back on track? Maybe help me out. So I just don't want to sit here forever. And I don't want to have this repeated cycle forever where I'm like, overwhelmed. Then I overwhelmed, disassociate, like desensitize myself from the situation, avoid everything else, start to get really anxious and depressed and upset and explode, and finally feel something again, like feel some sense of motivation, but have no direction. So then I quickly get overwhelmed again, and the cycle starts all over. So, I mean, it's good to have these emotions because they're very telling of what I'm going through, what you're going through. But it's, when they are repeating themselves over and over in what ends up being a harmful way, then you really need to step back and see how you can disrupt the negative cycle. So the emotions you're feeling, the emotions I'm feeling are valid, but I gotta listen to them and try to fix the situation. Otherwise, nothing's gonna change, and I'm gonna keep going through this over and over again. So, okay. Well, I don't have the answer right now for myself, but maybe I'll get back to you when I do. All right. Bye.